And it's getting cold. Most counties have already declared some sort of emergency for the weather situation. Now, today it was nice and sunny. For some, it may have seemed warm, but that's deceiving. And now, once again, the temperatures are going down, making way for a dangerous night.
It's cold, very cold, very bad. I mean, my hands are so dry, you know what I mean? So it's bad.
Thelma Susalla is taking advantage of the warmth of the Tacoma Rescue Mission, preparing for another cold night in her van.
That is a worry, you know what I mean? My van could, you know what I mean, break down any time, and I ain't going to be able to start it, you know what I mean, to keep warm.
Ramon Cano, too, is living in a van, but wants to come indoors out of the cold, unlike others out on the street.
There are people that refuse to come to get help. They'd rather just stay out there. I don't know how they could do that. It's cold, too cold.
The Tacoma Rescue Mission is not turning anyone away these next few nights of freezing temperatures.
I'm really aware of it, and we're very aware of how can we help people, because you can just slowly freeze to death when it's this cold out.
As people take in the sunny, chilly air, counties around the South Sound are opening special shelters the next several nights, like in Thurston County.
We have an extra shelter set aside for single adults over the age of 18. They will be operating that shelter between 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. in downtown Olympia, as well as increasing survival gear going out into encampments.
In Kitsap County with 3 shelters.
Kitsap County, it's, you know, Keith, the shape of it is we're long and pretty rural out here. So we try to get it where we have it in all 4 areas where people don't have to go very far to reach, safety of the shelter.
It does take a lot of hands. Most of the heavy lifting is done by amazing community volunteers.
And there's concern about senior citizens in this cold, like here at the Bonnie Lake Senior Citizen Center.
Well, fortunately, after being closed for 23 months, we reopened on February 14th. We are open 8 to 4, Monday through Friday, and they're welcome to come in anytime within those hours.
Hey there, Mary. We've learned that noose was discovered late last week. The firefighter who spotted it then reported it to their supervisor, who then alerted SFD leadership. That is when we're told that Chief Harold Scoggins was made aware of this in that email, saying in part, there's no way it could be seen as, quote, innocent or appropriate. Beyond the walls of Seattle Fire Station 24 near Bitter Lake, a disturbing find last Thursday. It's where a firefighter came across a noose, and by the next day, the department announced it had kicked off an investigation. In an email sent out by Chief Harold Scoggins, recognizing the fact that February is Black History Month, he wrote, quote, instead of joyful discoveries, our attention is being called to the ugliness of racism, fear, and threats. Our Black colleagues might again be questioning who they can trust as an ally. This incident is in opposition to our department values of compassion, courage, diversity, integrity, and teamwork. At this same firehouse, Scoggins also noted that back in 2020, an old patch with, quote, racist iconography was inadvertently used in a yearbook photo. With this investigation now in motion, SFD says it cannot provide any other details, and once it is complete, will, quote, prioritize communication with the impacted personnel.
Developing tonight, new details just coming in after 2 dogs mauled a woman in Auburn yesterday. Several people tell us that the home the dogs came from brings nothing but trouble to that neighborhood.
Animal Control responded to reports of aggressive dogs there in the past. Angry neighbors, they're furious, saying yesterday's attack was preventable. KOMO's Jackie Kent is live in Auburn with the latest from Animal Control. Jackie?
Well, I just got off the phone with Harborview, who says the victim is improving. She's now in serious condition tonight in the ICU instead of critical. Now, back out here near where that attack happened, we've seen investigators and others coming and going from that house all day.
Hello, this is traumatizing.
Several neighbors told KOMO the dogs in yesterday's horrific attack on a jogger,
you know, it's a very, very sad situation,
came from a longtime problem property.
They need to get out.
Tonight, Animal Control tells us they've responded to this home 6 times since 2020 against other dogs and issued thousands of dollars in fines against the owner. And last August, they removed 2 adult German Shepherds and 6 puppies from the home, and they were not returned because of complaints that they were aggressive.
They had another pair of dogs that the Animal Control got rid of, but the owners never got in trouble for anything.
It's terrible that it had to go on until somebody got seriously hurt.
They say they're concerned about people going in and out of the home.
Their house is completely trashed. There's drugs inside of the house. It's completely unsafe.
We even saw a few people there today, so we asked what they were doing. Are you collecting your things from here?
Sure am.
Have you been living here?
No, not at all.
Do you know who owns the dogs?
I do not.
Today we saw a notice on the front door urging the dog's owner to contact animal control, and the department drove by multiple times. Investigators say they are looking at a dangerous dog statute, but no charges have been filed yet. Neighbors don't know if that would be enough to keep this street safe.
Is another person going to get killed or critically wounded? What is it going to have to take to wake up and get these people out of this house and tear that house down?
We took neighbors' concerns about people coming and going from this house to the sheriff's department. They say that neighbors can continue filing complaints with code enforcement, and that the sheriff's department would only step in if the property owner were to file an eviction notice with the courts and got a judge to sign off on it. Live in Auburn, Jackie Kent, KOMO News.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Preston Phillips from KOMO News. Thanks for checking out the KOMO YouTube channel. You can see more of our videos right here by clicking on the video links for more news from the Seattle area and Western Washington. Oh, and don't forget to click the subscribe button below so you don't miss our YouTube updates.